So this is just an opportunity to get a little more practice and understanding of using the box method to multiply polynomials. So I'm going to show you an example of multiplying two binomials using the box method. And how we're going to do that is we're going to take one of these binomials and set it across the top, and take the other binomial and put it down along the side to make a box. I've got my first term, my second term, my first term, my second term. I'm going to multiply these two first terms. X times x is going to give me an x squared. I'm going to multiply my first term here with my second term, x times -10. Remember, this minus sign is really adding the opposite, so I have to make sure that I bring that minus sign along, or the negative sign, along with my 10. X times -10, of course, is -10x. I'm going to multiply these two for x, and multiplying the last two gives me a -40. So I have multiplied each of the terms in both binomials. Now I'm looking to find the simplified version of this answer. I know I've got one x squared term, but I have two x terms, and they're here along my diagonal, and we'll see later where we have a trinomial where they'll still be along the diagonal. I've got a 4x and a -10x. So I've got a -6x, and then I've got one constant, -40. So my final answer for multiplying these two binomials is x squared minus 6x minus 40. Let's try that again. So I'm going to take my first binomial, write that along the top, and my second binomial along the side, and I'm going to make that into a box. 3g times g, 3g squared. G times -1 is going to be a -g. 3g times 5, 15g, and 5 times -1, or -5. So I've got 3g squared, a -g, and 15g is going to give me 14g, and -5. Okay, so this time I've got two different variables, but that's not going to make a difference. I've got 4x and -2y. I've got 2x and -3y. 4x times 2x gives me 8x squared. -2y and +2x gives me a -4xy. We've been multiplying monomials, and this is the same thing. 4x times -3y is -12xy, and -3y times -2y, or +6y squared. Again, notice that my common bases are along the diagonal. So I've got an 8x squared, I've got -4 and -12, or -16xy, and a 6y squared. So where the box method's really going to help us out is when we are multiplying with something larger than a binomial. Here I've got a trinomial, and this is going to be much more helpful. I'm going to put my binomial along the side, x and -4, and then I'm going to put my trinomial up along the top, 2x squared plus x minus 6. I've got x times 2x squared, or 2x cubed, x times x, x squared, x times negative 6, 2x squared times negative 4, x times negative 4, and negative 4 times negative 6. So as long as I've covered everything in my box, I've multiplied everything by every other term in the other polynomial. Now again, I'm looking along my diagonals. This time I'm going to have two diagonals. Here's my first one. I've got my 2x cubed term. This first diagonal is going to give me negative 7x squared. And my second diagonal is going to give me a negative 10x, and then finally a positive 24. So using the box method was an easy way to multiply a binomial by a trinomial. And we'll talk a little more tomorrow about using the FOIL method.